because of huge inflation crises that started happening and big amounts of speculation around it. So starting first in 1933, where in America they basically forced people to give all their gold to the Federal Reserve, and after the World War with the Bretton Woods Agreement, and ultimately culminating in 1971 with the so-called Nixon shock, right before some of the most important wars in the Middle East that then pushed oil prices up and the big inflation crisis. In this exact year, they decided to completely drop the gold standard. So from that day, money does not represent and is not backed, is not guaranteed by a quantity of gold. It's backed, it's guaranteed by the government. And all of the world followed. So now this cash, this paper, this money is valuable because we give it value, because we trust that someone else will accept it as a payment method. And because of this faith that someone else will accept it, called the fiat currency or fiduciary currency. Fiat comes from the Latin faith. So that was the birth of fiat money. But if there's no gold that creates the money, what exactly creates the money? Long story short, a bunch of people you never voted for. Short story long, it's created from banks. Either the central bank or inside of commercial banks, the private ones. And this is very important to understand because it determines why we have predictable cycles in the economy and in the markets. So how money creation works is in two ways. And it works differently in the public sector than in the private one. So if, for example, you need money, you go to the bank, they check your credit score, and they grant you a loan for, let's say, $100,000. Long story short, whenever they give you the loan, they don't take the money from someone else's account and give it to you. Because then if they come and ask for the money, what money they're going to give them? At the beginning, they did. They understood it was risky, so they created the system called the fractional reserve. So based on the fact that I have money, I'm gonna create some out of thin air. So they create 100K out of nowhere, they lend it to you, and you give them back with an interest rate. For example,